Dear students, we are going to discuss about the fourth unit about wireless mobile communication. So the fourth unit is mobile network layer. Mobile network layer. So this unit is explaining about how the mobile communication is going to taking place. Okay, how this mobile internet protocol is going to use in the mobile workstations. Okay, so this fourth unit is explaining about mobile internet protocol, that is mobile IP. Okay, so when you see in the mobile industry environment, you can explain about how the mobile telephone is using, how the laptops are using, how these PDS are using, how the smartphones are using through wireless mobile communication system. Okay, in the last class we discussed about this wireless mobile communication through this IEEE 802.11 in different variations. Okay, so here now we are going to see how this mobile communication system is going to implement with the this communication system. Okay, see, this is the diagram is explaining how this mobile communication system is going in the market. Okay, see here through this wireless LAN, that is wireless 802.11 in the different variations. Okay, from different customers. Okay, different mobile users. Okay, and is using with the different wireless communication system through the internet, so that we can communicate with the mobile audio video language, audio video things. Okay, so through this internet we can communicate like this. Okay, here you can see how this mobile communication is going to access. Okay, IP mobility and cellular networks. Here this GSM, global system mobile internet. Okay, GSM mobile global system internet protocol is using with the IP address. Okay, internet protocol. So with our mobile handset, it is going to communicate with the tower, and it is going to with the base station subsystem. Okay, base station subsystem, and here service GPRS support network, service GPRS networking protocol. So from this and this mobile communication is going to GPRS access. Okay, GPRS, that is general packet radio service. General packet radio service, through this internet it is going to access to the core network, to the core network. Okay, so how this mobile is communicating with BSC or SGSN, or through this internet it is going to connect with the networking. Okay, so that we are able to send the mail or receive the mail, or we can talk and we can send the SMS and we can receive the SMSs. Okay, see, TCP/IP was not designed for mobility. Actually, TCP is for this transmission control protocol is using for address means, that is disconnection of the application. Okay, so it is change of internet protocol address means disconnection of the application, and TCP interprets dropped packets. Okay, so TCP interprets which are the dropped packets that are in channel errors or disconnections as congestion. Okay, and it is for more in the issue in module F. Okay, and limitation due to fundamental design problems. Okay, this is limiting for the fundamental design of the problems. Okay, routing in the internet. Okay, here this topic is explaining about routing technologies and routing in the internet. What is the routing? Routing is based on the destination IP address, where this routing is established connected through the networks, so that this routing is helps uh, to reach the destination IP address. Okay, here we can see network prefix, that is 129.13.42. Like that is IP addresses. That is IP addresses is given for the routing to the internet, and change of physical subnet implies change of IP address. Changing the physical address will always change the IP address, is it not? So in IP address we can see that four destinations, that is 129.3, 129.0, 0.4, like that. Okay, so the new IP address needs to be topologically correct. Topologically it will correct for that new address, right? So changing the IP address according to the current location. When the physical address is going to change, it will change in the current location. Okay, and dynamic host configuration protocol, DHCP, is dynamic host control protocol, is providing the plug-in and plug-in and plug out updates, plug-in and plug out address updates. Okay, and almost impossible to locate a mobile system, that is long delays and DNS. Okay, and TCP connections break. TCP is connections break, that is transmission control protocol is going to break. Security problems also may be arise. Update routing tables. How we can update the routing tables? We can update the routing tables with quick solution and not feasible. Okay, quick solution. What is quick solution? Keep IP address constant. We don't change IP address every now and then. Keep IP address constantly, you have to keep it. Okay, and update routing tables to forward packets to the right location. If any changes are there updating in the IP address, so that changes have to update for routing tables. Okay, and it is not feasible that changing the IP addresses is not feasible. So it means it does not scale with the number of mobile hosts and frequent changes in location. It is number scaling with the number of mobile hosts and frequent changes in location, and routers are designed for fast forwarding, not fast updates. Routers are designed for fast forwarding. Okay, and it is not for fast updates. Routers have limited memory, is it not? Routers is having the limited memory, that is cannot store separate entity for every mobile host. Routers update consume network throughout the security problems. Okay, there are two main solutions for mobile IP and host identity protocol. Mobile IP and host identity protocol. So for mobile IP, support mobility transparently to TCP and applications. Mobile IP is supports mobility transparently to TCP and applications and rely on existing protocols. And the mobile IP is rely on existing protocols. About host identity protocol, that is HIP, a new layer between IP and transparent layers. A new layer between IP and transport layers, and architectural changes to TCP IP structure. Okay, architectural changes are there for TCP IP structures. Okay, this is about that mobile networking layer, and we are going to see what is there in mobile internet protocol. Mobile internet protocol. So the mobile internet protocol requirements are the transparency, compatibility, and security. Okay, transparency, compatibility, and security, and efficiency and scalability. What is transparency? Transparency in terms of mobile end users. transparency in terms of mobile end users that are hosts keep their IP addresses. Is it not? Every mobile user is having their IP addresses. Okay, that is a transparency IP addresses and maintain communication in spite of link breakage. Okay, in spite of link breakage also there is a maintain a communication and enable change of point of connection to the fixed network. Enable change of point of connection to the fixed network. And compatibility. Compatibility is explains about support the same layer 2 protocols as internet protocol. Okay, so that means that it supports the same layer 2 to the IP protocols and no changes to current end systems and routers. There is no changes to current end systems and routers. And mobile end systems can communicate with fixed systems. Mobile end systems can communicate with fixed systems where we can see the security authentication of all registration messages. When a mobile communication is communicating, before that it has to authenticate with the registration messages. It has to authenticate the registration messages. Okay, efficiency and scalability. So throughout we can see the efficiency and it should be scalability. So only little additional messages to the mobile system required. Only the little additional messages are required for mobile system communication. Okay, and it is using for worldwide support of a large number of mobile systems. Okay, through by this the routers we can see that mobile wide support of large number of mobile systems. What is the terminology in the mobile IP, mobile IP? So the terminology are this mobile node, that is MN, mobile node, entity node that can change its point of connection to the network without changing its IP address. Mobile node is changing its point of connection to the network without changing its IP address. And home address, okay, home address, that is home agent. Home agent is for entity in the home network of the mobile network and typically a router. Typically it is a router and registers the mobile node location, encapsulates and tunnels IP packets to the COA, to the care of address, to the care of address. Foreign agent. Foreign agent is a system in the current foreign network of the mobile network, typically a router, and decapsulates and forwards the tunneled packets to the mobile network. And COA, that is care of address. Care of address is for address of the current tunnel endpoint to the for the mobile network. And foreign agent for COA, foreign agent for COA are co-located COA, that is care of address is co-located and mobile network is connected through the performs encapsulation and for decapsulation. Okay, actual location of the mobile network is for IP address point of view, that is co-located COA typically acquired for DHCP and correspondent node, that is CE and correspondent node is communicating the partners. Okay, and here you can see data, how the data transfer to the mobile node, how the data transfer to the mobile node. Here home agent here, how this home agent is communicating with the sender. Okay, so how that sender is transmitting the data is sending to the home agent. From home agent through the internet, it is going to reach to the mobile network, mobile node and foreign network, foreign agent. Okay, to this foreign agent. And this one is sender is sends to the IP address of mobile node. One is sending the IP address of mobile node, that is house agent interprets packet proxy ARP. Okay, and this too, house agent is sending the tunnels packet to COA. Okay, COA, that is counter address are for that. And the third one is for foreign agent forwards the packet to the mobile network. Forward packet to the mobile network. Here this diagram is, we can see that data transfer with co-located COA, core of address. Okay, so here house address is how the sender is transmitting the packet to the home address, and through the internet home address is transmitting to the foreign address, foreign network. Okay, how the data transfer from the mobile node, how the data transfer from the mobile node. Here you can see this receiver is receiving the information from home agent, that is home agent, house agent through the internet, and 4, that is sender sends the IP address of the receiver as usual. Okay, foreign agent works as default router. Foreign agent is working as a default router. Mobile IP mechanisms. Mobile IP mechanisms is having agent discovery, registration, tunneling. Agent discovery, registration and tunneling. What is agent discovery? That is mobile network discovers its location. Mobile node is discovers its location, that is home network or foreign network. Home network or foreign network. And a mobile node learns a, that is collision of address, that is collision of address, where the registration is using for that mobile node securely signals the care of address to the home address. Okay, care of address to the home address via foreign agent, and tunneling is using for home address encapsulates IP packets from CN and sends them to the COA, care of address. Okay, and foreign agent is, or foreign agent is using for mobile node decapsulates these packets and sends them to the mobile network. Okay, here we can see that agent discovery. Agent discovery. What is agent discovery? Agent discovery is of agent advertisement. Is of agent advertisement. So home agent and foreign agent periodically send advertisement messages into their physical subsets. They send their messages into their physical subnets, and a mobile node listens to these messages and detects its if it is in the home or in a foreign network. Okay, whether it is the receiver end is there in the home end or at the foreign network. Okay, and mobile node reads a care of address from the foreign agent advertisement messages. And agent solicitation is capable of this mobile node can request an agent advertisement messages with agent solicitation messages. So where it helps the decrease disconnection time. It helps the decrease disconnection time. And here you can see the simple extension of ICMP router discovery. ICMP router discovery, that is Internet Controller Message Protocol, Internet Connect Message Protocol. And other mechanisms can also help used to discover the network and the COA, that is DHCP, right? Agent advertisement. What is agent advertisement is contains. Here you can see that 0 to 7, 8 to 15, 16 to 23, 24 to 31. These are all the IP address examples. IP address examples are classified into 3 segments, that are type, code and checksum. Okay, type, what type of address it is, what type of address, and code is explains about what is the address, and a size. Okay, and checksum is known as the lifetime checksum. Okay, lifetime checksum. You can see the examples of here that R is for registration required. R is for registration required and B is for busy, H is for home agent, F for foreign agent and M is minimal encapsulation. Okay, and F for foreign agent, M minimal encapsulation, G for GRE, that is generic routing encapsulation. Generic routing encapsulation. R is for ignoring. R is for ignoring former Van Jacobson comparison. Okay, and whether it is 0 or 1. And T, that is time taking, that is for tunneling. For an agent is supports reverse tunneling. T is time taking, for an agent supports tunneling, and reverse for 0. Reverse is equal to 0, that is ignored. You can see this diagram here for registration. You can see the diagram for registration, how the mobility internet protocol is for registering the things. Okay, so for registering, how it is mobility is capable of home address and care of address and registration lifetime. And registration lifetime is for registration. Okay, from here it is, you can see that care of address is through the foreign agent. Care of address is through the registration process and it is going to the foreign agent, and this care of address is receiving the registration authentication. From here it is going to the registration request from home agent and registration reply, and registration reply to the care of address. Okay, so here it is going to 1 2 3 4 5, is it not? That is mobile registration, foreign agent and registration request to home agent, and home agent to registration reply, and registration reply to the registration receiving the this mobile care of address. Okay, here you can see the example of mobile IP registration request. Mobile IP registration request, that is UDP, that is user datagram protocol is using this UDP, and here it is indicating with the SBDM like that. What is S? Simultaneous bindings. S is for simultaneous bindings for identification, and B for broadcast datagrams, that is generated by mobile node. Okay, D for decapsulation by mobile node. D is for decapsulation by mobile node. M for minimal encapsulation. Minimal encapsulation of a timestamp. G for GRE encapsulation. GRE encapsulation, that is general packet radio systems. Okay, and R for ignored. T for reverse tunneling, X for 0. Okay, so this is about mobile IP registration request. Just now we have seen that it is divided into 4 parts. Is it not? IP address is containing 110.0.110.r. This is the variation of the IP mobile IP address. Okay, so that is the first one is type, and second one is the home address, third one is the 16 to 23, and fourth one is the lifetime. Okay, this is the command of address and home agent and home address identification. These are all the extensions are given by the home mobile IP. Here mobile IP registrations reply. Okay, here mobile IP registration request, and here we have mobile IP registration reply. Okay, what is the reply that we can get? So registration successful will 0, that 0 is accepted, 1 is accepted, and registration denied by FA, that is foreign agent, is registration is denying. And if you get the 65, that is administratively prohibited. 65 is code is implementing, that is administratively prohibited, and 66 is giving the information about insufficient resources. The example code, if it is 66, is insufficient resources. 67 is mobile node, and 60. Every code is having a specific meaning. Okay, every code is having a specific meaning, and 129 is using for administratively prohibited. 131 code is using for mobile node failed authentication. 133 is registration identification mismatch. If you get a code of 133 is indicating that registration identification mismatch. On 135 is using for too many simultaneous mobility bindings. Too many simultaneous mobility bindings. So this is about the internet protocol, mobile internet protocol of mobile network. Okay, and here you can see the security associations and registration keys. Security associations and registrations key between the mobile node, firewall node, and home agent. So the information is capable of this going three things that are mobile node, foreign agent, and home agent. So what is happening here? Usually there is a security association in between the home agent and the mobile node. Okay, the triangle is going with the security association between the home agent and mobile node. And possible techniques to establish a registration key between the mobile node and mobile foreign agent is the different mechanisms are implementing here. Okay, so that is that Diffie-Hellman algorithm is using. Diffie-Hellman algorithm is using to find out whether the things are going in a proper way and make use of internet key, that is exchange key. Internet exchange key is available, and if home agent is and foreign agent share a security agent, then home agent can provide the registration. If these two things give the acceptance, then only the home agent can give the security key and make use of the public key of foreign agent or the home agent. Okay, mobile node. So here the Diffie-Hellman algorithm is using Diffie-Hellman key. Diffie-Hellman key is nothing but Diffie-Hellman algorithm is using in the exchange of protocol between foreign agent and mobile node. Okay, so this is about the mobile networking layer for mobile IP address. So the next topics we'll see in the next class. So you go through this the topic. If you find out any, if you want to know more about this topic, you can mail me, you can communicate, so that we can communicate and we can discuss more about this. And the next topic we'll see in the next class. Okay, thank you.